Hi, David from My Best Hosting Review here, and this video is all about Bluehost, hosting overview and review. Now, I've actually used them for a very, very long time, about 10 years. So I've used a ton of other hosting accounts as well, so I think I'm well qualified to speak on the quality of Bluehost and its features and its pricing and its support. One thing to note is that there was a big change that occurred from when it's different than from when I started 10 years ago to now, and I'm going to go over that in a little bit. But let's talk about the features. To me, one of the most important features is the cPanel. Okay, and it definitely needs to involve one-click WordPress install, so that's good that they have that. But let's take a look in here, and but they don't have the classic cPanel. Okay, I don't know why companies do this, and this is a big pet peeve of mine when they make their own cPanel. They don't use the standard cPanel. I suspect it is to keep more control over the relationship, but it does look like it has most of all of what is needed in a cPanel, despite it being different. Okay, I like the classic cPanel so much more, and a lot of times when companies make their own quote cPanel, it's not really a cPanel, and I hate to see that. So they lose a little bit, but it does look like it has the most important thing, which is installing WordPress. Okay, their pricing. So they do have $2.95 per month. Let's go ahead and see what happened now, and then it reversed to $7.99, which is kind of expensive, and this is actually not a bad deal. Let's see when we actually go in here. So let's just do one website. So if you want multiple websites, it's like $8 a month. That's pretty good. Let's just do. Let's say you want to get your free domain. So I'm just gonna do this. Let's see with the pricing, and obviously in almost every case you're gonna want monthly. They're gonna want you to pay. So that's a 36-month price, which is pretty ridiculous. So let's see. Yes, we want privacy. We don't need this. We don't need this. So total $71. I'd say that's that's not like really expensive, but it's also definitely not inexpensive. There's a lot of good hosting companies you can get out there for under $50. So I don't think this is a particularly good price. Now, if I thought that their product and service was superior, then I would definitely consider paying this. Okay, something to keep in mind. Okay, actually, I covered the cPanel. Let me talk about EIG before I go into their support, because it's going to make a whole lot of sense. So, this Endurance International Group, there's Bluehost right there. They buy successful hosting companies, but they are terrible. What they do is and you can look more about it. Let's see, there's a Wikipedia post about this. What they do is they buy successful hosting companies. They strip their support funding and keep the profits and keep the prices the same, and actually I think tweak the prices to where they make a little bit more with lower costs. Okay, I think that's their whole business model, and it's very profitable for them. And if I own them in my stock portfolio, I might be happy with that. I think it's a little bit unethical, but so Bluehost used to have really great support. Okay, but now their support is terrible. I used to use them. I had a lot of accounts with them, and I had several websites on them, and they actually hurt me with a client when they switched over, because their support went really bad, and it became very difficult to get a good answer quickly on things, when before it was really awesome support. And they're still taking advantage of that reputation, but a lot of people, especially people in the know in my industry, are aware of this. So if any hosting company that is owned by EIG, I do not recommend. Okay, I would completely recommend you stay away from any of these hosts, all of these. So there was a big, I remember when HostGator got bought by them. It was a big deal because a lot of people were using HostGator, a lot of people I knew, and it was highly recommended. And then boom, it's just it really and they're constantly swooping up and picking up companies. So my actual recommendation is no. Okay, emphatic no. I'm sure that it won't. It might not be. I don't think it's like necessarily terrible. It's not like it went from the best support ever. It went from really good support to poor support. You will get support. They do have some support, but it's just not what it used to be. It's a shadow of its former self, and so I definitely don't recommend it. I think there's a lot of other better hosting, less expensive and better hosting out there. And you know, if you want to see my favorite hosting, I'll put a link below the video, and then we can. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks for watching. Please like this video. Have a great day. Bye.